Jai Hind everyone, welcome again to the Patriotic IAS. We have some notification for today. We are going to provide you PDF of the notes that we discuss under this class discussion, and this will be uploaded by the 5:30 p.m. And where it will be uploaded? It will be uploaded 5:30 p.m. Okay, so be clear, 5:30 p.m. and it will be uploaded at our Telegram channel. Telegram channel, and that is the link for this Telegram channel is given below in the description box of the YouTube video. So Telegram channel, and the name of this is the Patriotic IAS. Patriotic IAS. So Patriotic IAS, there is no space between Patriotic and IAS. They are connected. So you can search and you can download. Beside that, one more thing we are going to add up. One mains practice question will be given on a daily basis, and the topic that has been discussed and the questions of the mains that has been given into the previous lecture will be discussed into the same lecture. So there will be the discussion on the approach, and answer approach will be provided for the mains practice question. Answer approach for mains practice questions. Mains practice so please be careful and try to write the mains answer on a daily basis, so that you will have a clarity, you will have the practice on a daily basis, because this mains UPSC mains is about the inculcating the writing practice. Despite whatever you have studied, that doesn't matter until and unless you are practicing the question. And we will be continue with the prelims practice questions, on a daily basis. The questions, number of the question can vary from 5 to 8. And this mains question, it will be one question on a daily basis, where there will be the high number of the relevant topic for the UPSC. Then on that day, there could be the 2 questions. Okay. Answer approach will be provided, and the PDF of all the discussion will be provided on a daily basis, and by 5:30 p.m. we are going to upload the PDF. Okay. We will have some of the addition of some of the basic thing. Otherwise, mostly the content will be from the Hindu itself. Okay. So this is all about for the notification. This is going to we were researching on this topic, that what should be the best way for the productivity of the student, so that we can enhance the effectiveness and productivity of the student. So let's start with the topic that we are going to start. First of all, we will discuss the topic, the list of the topic that we are going to cover. So we will start with SC will hear the petition to stay the CAA. So there is the petition that is talking about to please stay the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and the Supreme Court say that we are going to hear this petition and just before the election that is going to start from the 19th. So it will be for the mains perspective. Okay, so this is important for the mains. Second thing that we are going to take is the rights conducting feasibility studies along the IMEC corridor. So this is for the GS paper 2 international relation, and this will be very specific to the mains. So please be careful. Then we will study this. This is for the prelims. This number has been found under the force level, and this could be also for the mains. For the prelims, the basics of the ILO is important, but for the mains, the number that is involved into the force level, that is important. Okay. After that, we will study the case of Shosamma IP, and here we see that there is a variety of the cow that is the native to the Western Ghat. This is the Vechur cow that was about to extinct, but due to the Shosamma IP effort. Now we have revived, there is the more number of this cow variety, and we know that how this is going to impact the overall environment and the agriculture. Okay. So it will be under the post-independence India, because it will be, we will study it under the impact of the green revolution and the white revolution, and on the local hybrid and the local native breed of the different species. Okay, particularly this cattle species. Then we will study the selection and elections process of the election commissioners, and how there is the controversy that is going on, that we will discuss. So it will be for the mains again. Then we will study the optimize India's neighborhood first policy. So it is in the context of the India-Bhutan relationship. So again, it will be like the recap, whatever we have gone through, already we have covered. And after that, there is a very important topic that is about the MSP. So we will study the basics about the MSP, as well as whether the MSP for the, whether it could be implemented, there is possibility or feasibility for the implementation of MSP, is possible or not. All that will be discussed under this class discussion, okay, this session. So let's start with the first front page. SC will hear the petition to stay CAA on April 9. So April 9, election is going to start from the 19th of the April. So there is the, you know already the government is held bound to implement CAA, because there could be some of the positive impact on the electoral verdict. Okay. So here you should know that what are the countries that have been considered under this act: Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan. I underline again and again, if in the prelims the question comes, you should be very careful. You should be also careful about that, the religion that is that has been covered under that, non-Muslim, and you should also be very careful, it is the non-Jews as well. Yahudi are also not included. Okay. Beside that, non-believers are also not included, because under this they are asking for the certificate of the faith from this sixth religion that has been provided. So you should be clear about this sixth religion. What are the six religion? The first, Hindu; second, Sikhs; third, Christianity, Christians. Okay. Fourth, Jains; fifth, Buddhist; and sixth, Parsis. Okay, so these are the six religions. You should be very careful if the question comes that non-believer. So the non-believers are excluded, because they are asking for the certificate from this sixth religion. We be very careful. So here the discussion is that the main opposition is due to the exclusion of the Muslim, and it is due to it violates the fundamental rights of the non-discrimination and equality under the Constitution. For example, Article 14, 15 both talk about the equality before the law. Okay, so here there is no a rational ground that has been provided. As per the government stand is that the majority, the Muslims are the majority in these three countries, and how the majority can be persecuted. But the thing is that there are the different denomination of the Muslims, and many of them badly persecuted in all these countries. Okay, you have the example of the Ahmadiyya, you have the example of the Sohrawardi. So here the Supreme Court asked the government to please desist from the implementation of CAA until the final verdict is coming. But the law of the government stand is that we are not going to insure you, but yes, we will not take any commitment. So what will happen? The opposition is talking that please stay, because if once citizenship is given by this law, they are not reversible. Okay, so that's why it is exclusionary. Besides that, there is the other stand of the there is some other a different stand of the Assam as well. Assam is talking about that they are not ready to accept any form of the citizenship because they think that there could be the change in the demography. And if the demography changes, this is going to impact the resources and the local people of the Assam. So this is the ground. You should not be confused that the Assam is opposing because the Muslims are not excluded or not included. Assam doesn't want anyone to be given entry to the Assam because they think that the local demography, the people from the outside the state will become in the majority, or they will start challenging the local people, and they encroach the resources of the Assam. So this is the ground. So please be very clear with respect to that. One more thing you should know that there are the areas, tribal areas that has not been brought under the CAA. So CAA did not apply to the tribal area of the Assam. So tribal area of the Assam, not whole area of the Assam. Tribal area of the Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. Also this has excluded the sixth schedule of the constitution. So there are the four states under the sixth schedule. The first is Assam, second is Meghalaya, third is Tripura, fourth is Mizoram. So Mizoram is given here, Meghalaya, Tripura, Assam. All four are given here. Okay. There is the inner permit line, and this is the rule under that. If anyone have to enter into these states like the Nagaland or the Manipur, you have to take prior permission to stay for the someday, and when you are exiting the state, you have to take a prior permission, you have to fill up the form. So this is the inner line permit because it has been provided against the exploitation of the tribal people, because the tribal nature of these states is very unique, and this was the first started this inner line permit notification. Such type of the concept comes under the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation of 1873. So it is the colonial period law. Please be very careful. Beside that, you should be very careful about what is the stand for the National Register of the Citizenship. You should know that only one state who gone through the National Register of the Citizenship, it is the Assam. Other state doesn't have gone through the National Register of Citizenship. Under that, the government official go from home to home, and each citizen's name are enumerated in one list so that the citizenship can be confirmed. And afterwards, whenever those people who are out of this list, they are sent out of the state, out of the country, they are sent to their original country. So this is the rule. So there was near about 19 lakh of the people when in Assam, when it happened, there was near about 19 lakh people who were out of this list of National Register of the Citizens. Okay, so here the stand of opposition is that in this case, when CAA will be implemented, the non-Muslim community, they will be given the citizenship, and only those from the Muslim community, they will be out of this list, and they will be under non-citizenship, and they will be thrown out of the state or the nation. So execution or the state execution could be, executive action could be there, and as per the opposition, this is the prejudice. Okay. So here all that has been given. So you should be clear about this thing. 90 lakh people, they were out of this list. Near about the total population of Assam was 3.4 crore, something like that. Okay. There is the summon. The next news is SC issues the summon to the Ramdev in the Patanjali misleading case. What is the misleading case? The Patanjali was talking that they have the cure for the so many diseases. For that, they do not have the proof. Just orally they were telling that they have the cure. Okay, when it was asked that please prove that, they didn't have the proof. Okay, so this is against the law, that the name of the law is the Drugs and Magic Remedies of Objectionable Advertisement Act of 1954. Because if you are going to advertise something that for that you don't have the proof, you will be punished. So even the case of the Patanjali is that despite the warning from the Supreme Court, please don't do, they accepted, they confirm that yes, they will not do this type of the thing. But when they went out of the court and again they break the law, they did the same thing. So this is the case that they are talking about that they have the cure of everything and they are misleading, and by that claim they are exploiting the trust, the belief of the people. And you know that whenever there is the religion, you can use the religion, you can misuse the religion for the personal benefit. And one of the case of the use of religion for the personal benefit you can see here as well. Okay. So bench has asked Ramdev, Baba Ramdev himself to please come here and give your logic that despite to confirm that you will not go and say you are the person who were the misleading. So here what were the claim from the Patanjali? They was talking that they have the permanent solution, permanent cure for the disease such as the obesity, blood pressure, asthma. Okay, so these are the disease where we don't have the cure, permanent cure. Just we can control, we can manage, we can monitor, but we do not have the exact permanent solution. If any person facing this type of the disease, they have to face for the whole life. They have to go through the medication to control for the whole life. It is not that after the 5 years, 10 years, the disease will be cured and they will be out of this disease or this ailment. So this is the case. Next important news, this is again not that much important, but just interesting news is that tariff regulatory snuffed the revenue projection at the Adani airport in the Thiruvananthapuram. So here the case is that it has been found that the Adani revenue is lacking as what was expecting from the regulator, airport economic regulatory authority. They were expecting the fourfold higher money than what the Adani Group owned. Okay, so here it is due to the subsidized from the government, and this is the reason that there has been the decrease in the revenue. Okay, so AERA has asked that please increase this from 103 crore to 395 crore in 5 years. So this is here. You should be careful about this, and there is no other major thing. Okay. Next important news that we are going to take is this: the rights conducting the feasibility studies along the IMEC corridor. So what is this IMEC corridor? It is the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. So here it is given that its name India Middle East, yes, India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC. So this is very important project to connectivity of India with the Europe as well as the West Asia. It will give one alternative route and it will give a very good reply to the Chinese Road and Belt Initiative. So feasibility studies is going on. The most important thing you should remember is that this is passing through UAE, Saudi Arabia and Jordan and Israel. So we have the map. So let's see here. So it is passing through UAE, Jebel Ali port will be there, then Riyadh, after that Haifa, this is the port into the Israel. So please remember, and after that we are reaching to the Greece and entering into the Europe. So this is our main plan. This will be the sea route, and after that this will be the land route. Again there will be the sea route. So this is the combination of the both sea route and the land route. You should be very careful that Oman, Yemen, they are not included into this because the road is passing through the UAE. So the most important thing you have to be careful that the countries UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan is also there, and just Jordan is surrounded, Israel is surrounded by the Jordan, so it will be the Jordan. Without crossing the Jordan, this is not possible. This is a common sense question. So maybe UPSC can ask question like that. Consider the following countries, and there could be the name of all these countries, and it will ask that how many of these countries are the part of IMEC, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor? I speak again and again so that it could be permanently in your memory, so you can recall easily. Okay, so you should be knowing all this thing. Next important news is about this Tiger Triumph 24, and this is the exercise, and here the all three services of the India is involved. So this is the exercise between the India and US, and we already have gone through that interoperability that we are going to achieve. Beside that, we have the exchange of the export as well as the common export. All this will be take place. So please remember this whenever India and US relation is being asked, you can use this. Next important case is of the former police officer get life term for the fake encounter. So here you can use this into your ethics or the essay paper, how this is the extrajudicial killing is not good for the society. Here one of the case study you can provide it. And here the Supreme Court has, the court has said that the division bench of the Justice Revati Mohit and Justice Gauri Godse termed the decision by the lower court equating the Sarma perverse and unsustainable. So this is the way there is the flaw in the justice, the verdict given at the lower court. You can give one of the example for this. Okay, the charges of the wrongful confinement, criminal abduction, and the fake encounter had been proven to be true. So it was he was acquitted, but now punished. Next important news is with respect to the ILO data. 27.6 million people engaged into the forced labor. This is the data from the ILO. So we have the first of all, we will know that basics about the ILO. This is the specialized agency of the United Nations. So it is UN dedicated body, and it is for the advancing the justice and social justice and promoting the decent work opportunity. And it was the result of the Treaty of Versailles, and this was after the First World War. So here you should be very careful, and its headquarters is into the Geneva, Switzerland. This is important for the prelims perspective. Beside that, you should know that what are the area they are working. They are working into the technical cooperation. Like if there is any countries that are working for the standardization of the labor law, they help in that case. They also ensure the decent work agenda. Okay, so creating job, guaranteeing right at work, extending the social protection and promoting the dialogue. These are the things that is being covered by the ILO, and this is the thing that is being promoted. So other thing is the data that there has been the increase into the profit from the forced labor, and we have seen that the survey that has been conducted Indians into the Saudi Arabia and the Qatar. Recently we saw that there was the news of the modern slavery, and it was the only into these countries, these West Asian countries, where the workers from the Indians, they were forced, they were imposed to the such condition that is not human, that is violating the human rights itself. So here it is the profit so that has increased to the $10,000 per victim, and this was more than the previously. Okay, so this is the normal thing as for the inflation, and most of them here you can see that what are the different type of the exploitation. One of the most inhuman exploitation is the forced commercial sexual exploitation. Okay, so this has a very high amount of the repercussion. Okay, so there all this thing has been provided. Other thing that has been provided, that there has been the exploitation under the industry, service, agriculture and domestic work. In the all area there has been the forced labor and the illegal profit out of this. Next important news is the curious case of Susamma IP. So she is the professor, she is the lady, and the Vature cow. So she has saved the Vature cow. The Vature cow, she was on the verge of the extinction. So here you can learn from this news article that how the dedication of a lady can result into the such a work that was unimaginable. Okay, so here you can use this because the extinction was due to the green revolution and the white revolution, so you can use into the post independence India, negative impact of green revolution and the white revolution. Then you can also use it under the GS paper 3 whenever there is the agriculture sector is there, and environment section as well, the preservation of the native breeds and the importance. Beside that, ethics and essay paper you can use the dedication of IFP. So we will study, we will see that first of all we will see that what are the basics about this breed. This breed is this is the smallest cattle breed into the world. The first thing, please remember, this is important for the prelims. Second thing, where they are found in the Kottayam district of the Kerala. And the name of this cow is on the name of the village of the Vechur. So that's why it is named at the Vechur. So please remember this. So she is the IFP and this is the cow. This is very small. This is mostly 2 feet to 2.5 feet long, height is that, and the length is just 4 feet. Even it is the smaller than us. 2 feet or the 1 feet, at least 1 feet is smaller than us. Okay. So distinguishing feature of this, the most important thing is this is highly adaptable to the heat and humidity, and it has the disease resistant, and it's require low food in input. So these are the things that you should remember, that is very important. Okay. So what was the case? The lady, she was aware of this the milk of Vechur cow from her childhood, but when she grown, she found that she is not able to found such the milk as well as the cow itself. And when she start investigating, she found that there is no known Vechur cow. After that, she discussed with her students. One of her student, after the so much research, he found the cow, and after that this preservation initiative started. So why there was the extinction? It is mainly due to the green revolution and the white revolution, because in the green revolution and white revolution we started cross breeding and the high yielding variety of the crop as well as the cattle, those who have the more productivity. So we started hybrid type of this cattle, and by that we ignored the native cattle, and due to the ignorance their numbers dwindle, and to the extent they came to the verge of the extinction. So this is the main thing. So you can use this whenever you are going to write your mains answer with respect to the impact of green revolution and white revolution, and with the example you will fetch a very good mark on this account. Okay. So the research student that found that yes, after they found, then Professor Ippi started Vechur Conservation Unit. This was the trust established by her, and after that the number grows. Okay. But the thing is that when you start some noble thing, there is the suspicion from the people, and people start accusing. So here comes your dedication to serve the society. Here comes your perseverance. Here comes the strong willpower. So she shows the willpower, and despite facing numerous obstacles such as the government resistance as well as jealous colleague and the false accusation and media scrutiny, Professor IP remains resilient and continues her mission. So you should know that even when you will do something, the many people will start attacking. So you have to show your strength at that particular time. So such type of if you will sustain, you will emerge as a leader. So this is the quality of the leader. Leader take a tough decision, and whenever there is a situation, leader face the situation, and it comes. And her achievement was at that level when there was one of the government official that was from the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, when met with her, he said that how you able to do that despite you be single person, and we as an institution ICAR had not able to do that. So this is the situation. Even a single people can do the thing that whole institution cannot do that. Here it is given. Okay. So she said that it is like the giving back to the society. My main aim was not to get into the headline of the news or the getting some type of the symbolism from the state, but the main thing is that whatever I am getting from the society, my responsibility is the giving back to the society. And particularly she was mainly more specific about the improvement of the farmers and the cattle rearers, because this variety of the virtual cow, this is very important for those farmers who have the very less amount of the land, because this can sustain the a high degree of the adversity of the climate. Okay, so here all that has been given. Beside that, she mentioned the community participation and enable her farmers to rear the virtual breed. So how the community participation is important whenever you have to achieve something that is at the societal level. Okay, so this is very important for the turning ideas into the reality. This is one of the examples. So this article is very important whenever you are going to write a answer for the ethics and essay as well. So this article becomes so important, you can use it in a many way. We have one question, mains question, because there is a lot of possibility that the UPSC can ask the mains type of the question. Even UPSC will not ask the direct question. There is so much relevance of this topic. So question can be framed from the discuss the significance of indigenous cattle breed like the virtual cow in the India's agricultural landscape and the threat they face due to modernization effort. So on the same topic, the question can be analyze the impact of agrarian transformation, particularly the green revolution or the white revolution, on the indigenous cattle breed. Okay. So for the first question, your approach should be that you should start with the context under which such indigenous cattle breed got threatened. After that, you should bring that significance, how they are important, and then you should bring that the further the conservation effort needed to help the with the help of the example of this virtual cow. Okay, so in the last you should come up with some of the optimistic idea or the positive note you can conclude. We will provide the model answer for this question into the tomorrow's PDF that we will provide. Today's PDF will include the question that we have provided stored. So this will be the way we are going to follow. Please write this answer. For the writing mains answer, it is very much, you will face a lot of resistance at the initial stage. The things always comes into mind that whenever I will have the complete knowledge, then I will start writing, and that days never comes. No one have the complete knowledge of anything. Everyone lacks something about something. There is always scope for the study more and more, to know more and more. The universe, the thing is so vast, but yes, those who start writing the things, start practicing, they will able to manage, they will able to inculcate that habit, that courage to write on a daily basis, and in the last you will able to write the 20 question of the whole paper, and this will impact your final day of the examination in the UPSC. So please do all this thing, never wait for that day to come that you will have the complete knowledge. Next important news is with respect to the selection and election of the particularly with the election commissioners. So here this article is discussing that what was the impact of the recently change into the act or the act that was brought. So here it is discussing that what is the condition of the Election Commission of India. Recently we saw that lot of election commissioner they resigned, and we saw recently the Arun Goyal, who was the election commissioner, he resigned just before the declaration of schedule of the election for the 18 Lok Sabha. So you can imagine that if a person is resigning from that post, that you sitting there and we all want that post with the so much dedication, so that is so much close to our heart. So this is the thing that that person must have been forced by some reason, and only then can resign, because the election commissioner has a lot of power. Yesterday we saw that they have the power to transfer and appoint the bureaucrats. That much power. Even it is means this power is with the chief minister and the prime minister. That power of the transfer that is that goes to the election commissioner. They can like the you must have been heard about the TN Session. He was so much famous into the bureaucrats community. So because of that, he used the power, and he used the power in a positive direction that brought the change. Okay. So this post is very important, and there is the resignation, and after the resignation there was so much hurry that the two of the election commissioner was appointed. Despite there is the case in the Supreme Court on the law that was used to appointment. The law is talking about the appointment commission as against the same selection committee that was brought by the Supreme Court. Okay, so you should know that the election commission comes under the article 324, and this article doesn't provide the specific rule or the law by that selection process will be there, but it gives the power to the parliament to bring the law for the selection and appointment. The final appointment will be done by the president. Okay. So parliament till now doesn't have the law. So it was the Supreme Court into the Anup Barnawal case. So please write this. Anup Barnawal case is very important. Anup Barnawal case 2023. This Anup Barnawal case brought that there should be the selection process, and in the selection process there should be a committee, and this committee should include Prime Minister, leader of opposition from the Lok Sabha, Okay, and third, it should be the Chief Justice of India. After this judgment, the parliament come up with a law, and in this law, the committee replace the CGI with the union minister. And if you will replace the Chief Justice of India with the union minister, then this goes to the favor of the executive, the party into the power. So this is not good for the overall democracy or the election process, because this will show the biased nature of the election commissioner. Because okay, whenever you are going this appointment has been questioned also, because what was the hurry? Why you was so much hurry that just the law, the case is going on and you appointed? You could have waited for the few days. Okay, so this is the case here. The question is there that yes, independence of the election commission cannot be brought until and unless there is the fairness into the election and appointment process. So you should know all this thing. You can analyze whenever the question comes on the election commission or the elections in India. Next important question is with respect to the length and breadth of the campaign done by the Rahul Gandhi. This was the Congress Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra this time. Okay, so here it is given. So this was the second leg of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Previously again it was the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now it is the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So Yatra covered near about the 10,000 kilometers. This is not that much relevant. This is a bit political, but you should know the thing, basic thing like the name of this, from where it is started, where it end. The first branch started from the Kanyakumari and ended into the Srinagar. The second branch started into the Manipur and concluded into the Mumbai. This is important that you should know. Okay, the second leg of this yatra focus mainly onto the social justice. So here it is given. This is not that much relevant, just I am making it so that if something comes, you will be aware of that. So this is that is all about this news. Next important news that we are going to take is the tie that epitomize India's neighborhood first policy. So India's neighborhood first policy. So it is with the who could be that country where we can epitomize our neighborhood first policy. Without any doubt, it couldn't be any other than the Bhutan. So it is the only India and Bhutan relation that could really reflect the neighborhood first policy of India. Okay. So here you should be knowing the border area. You should be clear about this. This is the here the Bhutan is situated as our the chicken neck. This is the chicken neck. Here this is the very small amount of the passage, and this pass connect mainland India from the its eastern part. Okay, northeastern part. This is the northeastern part that connect the mainland India, whole of the India with this part. So the China is always very careful about this. Can you understand? This is the just this point. If the China block this area, it will cut whole of the India from the its northeastern part of the India. And on this northeastern part of India is very sensitive. Lot of tribal conflict and insurgency that goes on. So China always try to negotiate with the Bhutan, ask that please give me this land and take a large portion of the land from this side. So this is the vulnerabilities. Bhutan doesn't accept that, but yes, this is the main thing that China want. China want to come here, very close to this choke point. From there, it could choke this, and by that it can block India. It can create the hurdle. So you should know this is known as the chicken neck. Okay. So Siliguri corridor, the second name of this. So chicken neck and Siliguri corridor. This is associated with this. So please remember. The first paragraph of this is talking about the sizable. Despite there is the no parity between the size and population. Despite that, there is a very close relationship. Why? Here it is given the population of Bhutan is just 7.7 lakh. Do you know what is the population of the Delhi? Near about 2 crore. Even in the some of the constituency like the Chandni Chowk that has the population more than 40 lakh. But this Bhutan has just 7.7 lakh, that is the population. India 140 crore. Okay, this is not even matching with the crore and lakh. This is the situation. But despite that, there has been the close relationship. Why? There has been lot of effort and trust that has been made from the both sides. Okay. India has consistently respected the Bhutan unique identity. It doesn't have interfere with the religious practice or even have desire for the even interference into the whenever there is the desire for the economic prosperity of the local people. Okay. So Bhutan has also put the trust into the India and never have seen India as its threat for its sovereignty. This is the major point that is the surviving, that is making this relationship so much closer, so much friendly. Then we should study this. Here it has mentioned the Jellefu project. This project was started, this come to conceive previous last year in 2023 when the king of Bhutan was visiting India. After that, when the Prime Minister of Bhutan came India, so he strengthened this project, the plan for this project. And yes, this project is a type of the special economic zone, and it want to attract the foreign investment and promote the prosperity of the Bhutan. This is the main aim that is being aimed by this project. Okay. So the main thing, Bhutan always want sustainability. It never want to play with its environment. It want to balance between the nature and the developments. And that's why this project is always this project is based on this emphasis sustainability and well-being and environmental concern. So these all things has been prioritized. So the main area that has been put on to the upper priority is the prioritizing the human well-being, and this is done by the promoting the yoga, spa therapies, mental relaxation channel, all that will be provided on this economic zone. Okay. Now we have seen that all this visit has been going on. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, is also about to visit the Bhutan. So Bhutan want a support from the Indian side so that this project can be brought to the reality. Here one more angle has been discussed, that the anchor of the hydropower project. Okay, so the main thing, the main source of revenue for the Bhutan is the power project, and the second is the ecotourism. So here you should be remembering this hydropower project. So its name is the Punat Sangchu 2 hydropower project. Okay, so here by this India will get the electricity and Bhutan will get the revenue. This is a very good example of the government to government cooperation between two countries. Okay, and this provide a good clean electricity to India and generate the revenue for the Bhutan. So this is here. Beside that, the cooperation between the India and Bhutan is at that level. India even fund the planning of the Bhutan. So in the 12 5-year plan, India gave 5,000 crores. So this is the level of the cooperation. There has been the new venture for the this hydropower project, but still they have not been completed. They are in the process. Okay. So what are the help that Bhutan want from the India? The major to consider. The first is that, first of all, there should be the connectivity, and for that there is need for a direct flight between the Mumbai, Delhi and other important cities of the India and Jallefu. Okay, so this will enhance the connectivity and expedite the overall investment process. Then Bhutan want the technological expertise and knowledge from the India, as well as Bhutan want to encourage high-end Indian tourists and business person to visit so that they can invest. Overall, the main motive is the investment. Here again, they encourage Indian business to establish an operations into the Jallefu, because the investment in the Bhutan is not that as to that level that can create a large economic zone. Okay, special economic zone, that is not that much capacity of the Bhutan. So here, this will not help the Bhutan only, but it is connected with those backward region of the Northeast India as well. So the many district of the Assam and the West Bengal also get benefited by this project. Okay, so here we should go through this as per our main soul of the neighborhood first policy, as well as the this Gujarat doctrine, that we talk about, that we will help our neighborhood without any expectation from the return. So this is very good example. This will also help India from preventing or they're creating a buffer between the China and Bhutan. Otherwise, there is the chances that the way Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives, they slip to the close to the China, there is chances that the Bhutan could also be there, but there is not cases from the Bhutan. In the case of the Bhutan, India have never rejected. In the most of the cases, India accept whatever the demand is from the Bhutan. The second thing is that the Bhutan demands are very rational, very much logical. That is not that much demand that is beyond the capacity of the India. So all that thing you should be very careful about. Next important news that we are going to take is the guaranteed MSP in an ethical imperative. So here we are going to discuss, this article is talking that yes, this MSP is possible. This is not that this MSP is not possible. It is possible, and if just government need to be careful about the uh, amend some of the act, it has to implement some of the areas where it's need some of the bureaucratic intervention and official intervention from the government side. So let's start with the basics about the what is MSP and what are the different component. So then we will go for this article. We will start with the what is the minimum support price. So this is the set of the price at which the government promise to buy from the farmers when the market rate goes below the a level that is beyond the whatever the input that has been invested by the farmers. So this is a safeguard for the farmers, because in the India the farmers are very much vulnerable. They don't have the power to determine the market prices. They are in the India, most of the farmers, they are belonging from the those small scale or the marginal farmers. Okay. So here, who will determine this MSP? The first is to start with the Commission for the Agriculture and the Cost and the Price, CACP. This gives the recommendation on the different grounds, such as its take consideration of the cost of the cultivation, market price, demand and supply, price trend, and fair return to the farmers. All this thing is considered, and after that it gives the its decision to the government. And in the government there is the committee. What is the name of the committee? Can you write the name of the committee into the comment box? Any one of you know the committee that take the final decision? The final decision is taken by the this cabinet committee on the economic affairs headed by the prime minister. So it is the final decision making body. This is the recommendatory body. So please be very careful of this. Okay. So what are the area that is considered whenever there is the fixation of this MSP? There is the FRP. This is the fair and remunerative price. This is for the sugar cane. So please remember, MSP is not for the sugar cane. For the MSP is for the 23 food grains, but for the sugar cane it is the fair and remunerative price. Please remember, maybe in the UPSC they can ask such question. Okay. Let's see that what are the famous two methods by that the farmers are asking to calculate this their input cost or the MSP. One is the A2 plus FL, second is the C2. Okay. So what is the A2, what is the FL, you should be knowing. A2 plus FL, A2 means all the inputs that is that incurred from the farmers. So it could be the money that is needed to buy the fertilizers, seeds, pesticide, all this thing, hire the labor, this is also included. Okay. Fuel, everything that is the input. So one thing is that. The second thing is that this FL is the family labor. So if the farmers and the family member of the farmer are also working into the field, so they should include the money, the wage, that if they would have been working into the someone other's field and they would have been paid, what would have been the money. So that is also included into the A2. So that gives the clear picture of this total input, and after that the MSP is calculated with the increase of the 50%. Whatever this input cost, all this cost is there. After that 50% is enhanced as the benefit, and then it is MSP is fixed. C2 cost is more broader. In this previous A2 plus FL, there was no consideration for the land and the tools that has been used. Just take that. We have considered everything, the inputs that is taken from the, if this is the field, okay, this is the field, and whenever the farmer is going to produce some things, take the farmer is going to produce the tomato. So farmers have to buy the fertilizers, seeds, pesticide, and also arrange the irrigation, the pumping set and other thing, the tube bells, all this thing that is needed, the money on that irrigation. Okay, irrigation. And after that, the farmers have to hire the labor as well. Hire the labor. Okay, so this is the A2. All the inputs that farmers had to pay from its pocket. So this is known as the A2. Please be very careful. Whatever the farmer is going to pay from its pocket, all the expenditure will be considered under the A2. Okay, the first thing. Second thing is comes when the farmer doesn't have to pay, but there is the labor involved. For example, if the farmers and his family, farmers plus family member, maybe farmers wife, farmers daughters, farmers children, all they are working this. So if they are the calculation of the wage, if they would have been working in the others field for the wage, they must have been getting some money, 300 500 on a daily basis. If there is the 4 member, so it could be 1600. Okay, so this money will be added into the this. So this is known as the family level FL. Okay, so this is the one method. We use A2 plus FL. The more broader term is that think that this field is the farmer is not going to sow anything. The farmer is going to lease this field to the others. Maybe after getting 50,000, it's leased out someone. Maybe I am there is my field. I think that I should lease out this field. So in that case, if farmers would have received 50,000 rupees, so it will be added into this A2 plus FL plus this lease amount or the rent amount. Okay. Second thing that a farmer has not paid at this particular level, but this thing that the farmers have the tractor and other such capitals, and farmers has invested maybe 5 lakh rupees into the 5 lakh rupees into the these 5 lakh rupees into the all this farm, this tractors, harvester, or other thing, whatever the price. Just I am taking a assumption. This is the 5 lakh. There could be the higher amount, maybe the 10 lakh, 15 lakh. The tractor cost is high. Okay, so just take 5 lakh. So here the 5 lakh is not taken. Here it will be taken that if the farmers has or would have been deposited this money into the bank, and he must have been getting some amount of the interest rate. So if the interest rate on a monthly basis is the 5,000, so this cost will be also included in this amount. So this is known as the capital, interest on the capital. So this rent amount on the land and the capital on interest on the capital, that will be included in this. And after that, the MSP will be decided by the increasing some amount in this. So you should be clear about the MSP. What is the MSP? What are the method? The first method, A2 plus FL, A2 plus FL. And second is the C2. C2 is the more comprehensive because it is adding the rent amount and the interest on the capital. So if the question comes in the prelims that which is broader, which is beneficial for the farmers, farmers would go for the C2 because that is more beneficial, and even the the farmers movement, they are asking for this C2 plus 50%. This is the demand. Okay. So let's come to our article that is talking about that there has been so many farmers movement, and what is the main demand? The recent farmers demand was the please legalize, give the right into the statutory book that yes, you are going to give the MSP, because already there is the MSP, and MSP is there on the 23 crop. But the thing is that they are not implemented in the very effective manner. Okay. So here there was the demand, and after that there was the discussion between the government and farmers leader. The farmers offered that we will give the MSP on the pulse, maize, and the cotton. Okay, so this was the offer from the government, but it was rejected by the farmers because they were asking that please legalize and give legal assurance of all the MSP. It shouldn't be overall. You are taking that yes, we will procure the pulse, maize, and the cotton at the minimum price, but what about that if you will not go and you will not procure? Because the thing is that already there is the MSP, and the implementation is not that much. Okay, here it is given that the already MSP is there on the 23 crop and implementation is very poor. Okay. So here the data has been given that in the many of the pockets, for example, only few of the pockets like the Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, this MSP is that much impactful. Otherwise, if you will go into the Bihar or the Eastern UP, there is no such effective implementation of this, and that's why you must have seen that the movement, farmer movement was strong into the area of the Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP because the people of this area, the farmers of this area, know the value they have taken the benefit of MSP. Okay. So most transactions occur below the MSP in the real sense into the other area. Okay. And it's make the farming economically inviable, and in the many case you must have read into the newspaper that even the tomato, the farmers went to the mandis and they found that only the price of the tomato is the 1 rupees, 2 rupees per kilo. They threw all the tomatoes, they get back to their home. This was the condition, and the farm suicide is a very inhuman case of the Indian society. You must be knowing that the near about the 40-45 farmers as average, they are committing suicide on a daily basis. This is the data. Okay. So this is the case. So even the MS Swaminathan committee that was formed for the reform into the agriculture sector, so he also recommended the 50% profit margin. Okay. And even if you will find that such of the protection of the interest of the farmers in our Indian constitution and human right, there are the UN declaration on the human right itself. Okay. So the benefit of this insured price you can see into the sugar cane. Here the sugar, for the sugar cane we study that there is the fair and remunerative price FRP that is given. So here the mill owners give the price. Okay. So please be very careful here. The government doesn't give the this price, but this is given by the sugar factories. That is important, and this is possible, and many of the state government like the Maharashtra tried to amend its agricultural produce market committee act so that they can bring the assurance for the MSP price. Even the Karnataka Agriculture Price Commission has laid out a clear roadmap for the including potential financial commitment to ensure a legally binding MSP. Okay. So there has been the effort from these states, but still in the Maharashtra it was not materialized due to the lack of the political willpower. Okay. So what is the solution? The first solution is that even the state, the central government can bring some of the changes into the Essential Commodities Act, and at the state level there could be the change into the state APMC Act as it was made by the effort made by the Maharashtra and also by the Karnataka. Okay. Beside that, to reduce the budgetary burden, the burden of the national government, what we can do, we can go for the crop planning, market intelligence and post-harvest infrastructure development so that we could maximize whatever the benefit that is going out of the agriculture produce. Okay. So even the writer is talking that in enhancing MSP to the provide 50% profit margin is possible because already we are giving 22% margin. So why not increase 23% more? So if we are able to provide 22% though, so it is possible to broad the 50% as well. This is the writer's view. The writer is talking that already the government came up with the Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan. PM ASA. Okay, so this was a very good scheme. It brought something like the insured MSP, like it brought the price support mechanism, price deficiency payment system, pilot of the private procurement and stockist scheme. Okay, so all these were brought, but the thing is that this scheme was sidelined. Okay. And there was it was not implemented with the dedication. The same case that was ignorance of the MSP in the many of the state that is faced. This scheme also faced. Okay. So what is the price support mechanism? This price support mechanism, it is like the MSP, but here the government agency like the NAFED and FCI, they will come for the procure crop from the farmers. Okay. directly when the market price fall below the MSP. This is the case. This is not the normal case that in normal case the farmers have to go into the market, and if the market price fall down from the MSP, then they will come and they will buy. This is under the price support scheme. There is the second scheme is the price deficiency. So here the deficiency have the some meaning, payment scheme. So here when there will be the deficiency into the MSP, the farmer will go into the market, they will they will sell their product. Okay. In the first case here, in the price support scheme, when there is the decrease into the MSP, there is the decrease into the crop price below the MSP. Just see that. The first case is that, the first case talk about the direct procurement. Direct procurement. Direct procurement from government agency. Government agency. Okay, so when the direct procurement will be there, think that the MSP of the wheat is the 2000 quintal. First the farmer will go into the market and they will try to sell their wheat, and if in the market the price for the per quintal wheat they are getting to the 1500, so this government agency will come to the farmer into the market and they will buy this at the 2000 rupees. Okay, if it is the more than 2000 into the market, the farmers have to go and sell their product into the market. So this government agency doesn't have any role. So here are you clear now when they will come? The second case is that in any case, even if the market price is 1500, the farmers will go and sell their product with the 1500. They will come with the slip. Okay. So they will come with the slip receipts and they will show to the government that I have received just 1500. So it is less than 2000, and how much lesser? 500. So this 500 money that will government give to the farmers. It will be given to the farmers. I hope this is clear. In the second case, this is the case. Okay. So this price deficiency payments scheme that's talking about go and sell, and if the amount is lesser, we will give that amount only. So it will be reduce the burden that you don't have to go for the procurement and maintenance of that thing, just we have to pay the money. In the first case, they have to go when the market rate will fall down. The third case is that a pilot of the private procurement and stockist scheme. Here the government will promote the private entities such as the agri-businesses, FPO, farmers produce organization, all this thing, and they will ask that go and procure the crop from the farmers at the MSP rate. And in all these things, the government will help these private entities if there is any of the lack or the reduction into there is the fall of the price into the from the MSP, or there is the handling fee, all that will be paid to the players. So it will reduce the burden on the government. So this is all thing, but this has not been provided till now in a dedicated manner. Okay. Here, in the last, the government, the writer is talking about that the farmers receive only 30% of the price paid by the consumer. So intermediaries plays a very huge role. Maybe I am paying the 50 rupees for the onion. So in the hand of the farmers, it goes only 15 rupees. Okay. So if there is the price, take the simple case. If into the market, you go into the market and you buy 1 kg, 1 or 2 kg of the 2 kg of onion, and you pay 100 rupees. You pay 100 rupees to that person who sold you. But the thing is that the farmers who is growing into the field, to that particular farmers only goes 30 rupees. You pay consumer, if there is the consumer and there is the farmers. Farmers sell its produce at 30 rupees and the consumers buy it at the 100 rupees. There is a 70 rupees that is in the between. So the intermediaries that take this 70 rupees. So neither the consumer, neither the farmers, they are getting benefit if there is the lack of the market or the lack of the mechanism to bring the direct connection or the sum of the mechanism. By that there will be the more justified balance between the two. Okay. So that's why here whenever the MSP will be legalized, it is only the thing, the intermediaries will get impactful. So here it is given. So it is the intermediaries here that will be got impacted, and they will become for the opposition mostly. Okay. So this is all about from this topic. This is very important for the prelims as well as mains. So we will take some of the one prelims question and see how you have to write the answer for this question. The question is that evaluate the feasibility of legal guarantee for the minimum support price. So you will start with the introduction, and introduction will define the MSP as well as the contextual background of the precarious condition of the Indian farmers. The the vagaries of the monsoon, the farmers face, all that thing you should bring. After that, you should bring the hurdle in the legalization. What are the administrative hurdle? What are the budgetary estimates for that? Then you should bring the solution that already the writer has provided, and in the last again you have to conclude with the optimistic note that yes, this is the possible concerted effort from all the stakeholders is needed. So this is all about. Let's solve some of the prelims question. First question, consider following statement about the Vechur cattle breed. It is the smallest cattle breed into the world. It is the high milk yielding breed. It is found in the Western Ghat region of India. Which one of the following, which of the statement given above is correct, is all correct? Okay. So if we will go with this all, so you will find that first this is the correct. Okay. The second, what about the second? Is it correct? If you will go with the second, this is not correct because this was the yielding variety, the low yield, that's why it was ignored under the green revolution and white revolution. So this is not correct. Third, it is found in the Western Ghat region of the India. So correct, yes. Quietum, that is into the Western Ghat. So 1 and 3 is correct. Second is incorrect. Next question. Consider following statement. This question is asked into the UPSC 2017. Okay, so first point is that the Election Commission of India is a 5-member body. Second, Union Minister of Home Affairs decide the election schedule for the conduct of the both general election and the by-election. Election Commission resolve the dispute relating to the split merger of recognized political parties. So please answer which of the statement given above are correct. So please 1 and 2, 2 only, 2 and 3, 3 only. So if you will go, we are continuously see the number of the election commissioner. This is the 2. We saw the appointment even in 2017 it was the 2. 1 chief election commissioner and 2 commissioners. Okay, so this is incorrect. Union Home Affairs Minister, so election schedule. So we saw that it was the election commissioner in Chief Election Commission of India that declared. So 1 and 2 is incorrect. 1 and 2 is incorrect. 1 and 2, 2 is here, 2 is incorrect. Automatically it will be the 3 that is the correct. Next question. For the elections to the Lok Sabha, a nomination paper can be filled by. This is the question from 2017. Anyone residing in India? So is anyone? So by this marks it becomes incorrect. Okay, so anyone, this is not correct. Any citizen of India, can a child of the 7 years can file, even he is the citizen of India? So no. Any citizen of India whose name appears into the electoral roll. Okay, this is the possible. A resident of constituency from the election to be contested. A resident from the constituency. Okay, this is not correct. It is the citizen and whose name should be into the electoral roll. So C will be the correct answer. Next question. Which government body recommends MSP? So please answer. Which for the various crop into the India? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Affairs? No. Commission for the Agriculture Cost and Prices, already we studied, yes. National Agriculture Cooperation Marketing Federation, incorrect, incorrect. Okay. What is the FRP in the context of sugar cane farming? So we already studied. Is this fast recovery price? No. Fair and remunerative price? Please think. Farm revenue price? Fixed remuneration price. So it was the fair and remunerative price that we studied. So B will be the correct answer. Next question. Consider following statement about the price deficiency mechanism system. Okay, so what is this? It involves direct government procurement of the crops. It provides compensation of the farmers, compensation to the farmers based on the difference between the MSP and the market price. It is currently implemented for the sugar cane. Okay, so which of the statement given above are correct? 1 and 2, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3. Okay. So it involved the direct government procurement. Procurement was not into this price deficiency. Here the deficiency was there, and whatever the deficiency between MSP and the market price was there, it was paid. So second is correct and first is incorrect. So first is incorrect, first is incorrect. So we will come to the 3 because this is in the B and C. It is currently implemented for the sugar cane. So for the sugar cane there is no need for the MSP. It is the FRP, fair and the remunerative price. So this is incorrect. It is for the oil seeds. So 2 only. So the correct answer for this question is the B. So this is all about that. We have covered most of the topic that has been relevant for from the today's news. Already we have done the mains answer writing for the 2 of the question because the two topics was very important for the mains perspective, and we have covered the prelims question as well, and there has been the previous year UPSC question as well. So this will be the terrain that we are going to follow. Thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.